Hello, my name is Erin Parks and I'm with Oklahoma Family Network. I cover the Northeast region of the state, and we are so excited for you to participate today in our calming water bottle activity. So before we get started, I want to make sure I tell you why we do the calming water bottle. When I do stuff, I always like to know why I'm doing it. So one of the reasons why we're doing this is because sometimes we all get bored, right? Like we're sitting in traffic, we have a meeting, our teacher is maybe giving a lesson and we start to kind of wander. So sometimes we all get bored. We all do, whether you're a student, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a kid, even doctors get bored, right? We also all have anxiety. That's one thing that I will tell you, that we all get anxious inside and we have that feeling where we get frustrated. Maybe your heart starts pounding, maybe your palms start sweating and you're just really getting anxious. A lot of times I have sensory needs. I want to touch stuff. So maybe like you kind of pick at your nails, maybe you bite the end of your pencil, something like that, that you're seeking that input. One of the things we're talking about today is self-regulation. One of the things about self-regulation is we want to bring it down to where we learn how to calm ourselves down. It's no one else's responsibility to calm your body down except for yourself. So if you think about it, our heart's pounding, our palms are sweaty, and we're getting really anxious. We have to be in charge of ourselves and think about the ways that we want to calm down. And we got to figure out what works for us, because everybody has something different that works for themselves. We're also going to play the I Spy game. I know a lot of times you've probably played it in the car, right? Where you're like, I spy something with my little eye. And then you say something green. And then all of a sudden, someone says a tree. So the reason why I say that is because you're going to use your calming water bottle and you're going to try to spy the things in there. Did you know that that actually helps you refocus and ground? And that's another thing, is the words refocus and ground. Sometimes we think about it and we're like, oh, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? I have to work tonight. Oh, I want to go outside and hang out with my friends. Well, if you think about it, we need to refocus our stuff, and we want to focus on what the teacher's saying. If we're at school, if we're at work, we want to focus on what our employer is saying. And that's what we call grounding. It brings you back to that level. So instead of being up high in our emotions, just taking aware of us and they're getting ready to explode, we want to ground ourselves. We want to bring us back down. And that's one of the reasons why we use our calming water bottle, to help us bring us back down. Okay, so we're ready to get started. Hope you have all your supplies ready to go. The first thing that we have is core water bottles work the best. If you don't have a core water bottle, you can easily get a regular water bottle just from Walmart or the convenience store. The reason why we say the core water bottles work the best is because they're a little more sturdy. If you notice, a lot of times the other water bottles, they crinkle. And if you like that noise, that's great. That works for you. But sometimes that noise, a lot of people don't like. So you can get a water bottle that's a little more sturdy. And this one has a lid that comes in off and on. So we take our water bottle. First thing you're going to do is you're going to fill your empty water bottle, right? And we are going to take our water and we're going to fill it about 2/3 full. So right now, I want you to take it. And if you see, I'm filling my water bottle. Think about your water bottle being in thirds. 1, 2, 3. You're going to fill it to about right here. That's about 2/3 of water. So I want everybody to do that now. Fill your water bottle. Okay. And if you want to pause this video at any time so everybody can catch up, that's completely fine. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our Orbeez. Orbeez are also called water beads. They come in a container like this. You can get off Amazon, but a lot of times what we do is you can put them in little bags, and you should have soaked them overnight. When you put your water beads in water, they should turn out to where it looks almost like a marble, right? They're marble size. That's about what size they'll come out. If you did not soak your water beads overnight and you're just doing that, you can still participate. You just want to make sure you put your water beads in the water bottle and just know that they're going to expand once they get in the water. So right now, I have to tell you, I love playing with the water beads. I sit there and I will play with them with my hands. If you don't like that feel of the water or the beads, you can always use your spoon and sit there and play with them with your spoon. Some of the things I like to do, I have to tell you, is I like to get a cup and I like to sit here and I like to just play with the beads. It's always fun. It's kind of really soothing for me to just sit here and play with the beads. You can even, something that I like to do is I like to get 2 cups, just 2 cups, and I will sit there and I will just pour them back and forth. That to me is the most calming thing. It takes me down a couple levels and really helps ground myself when I do that. So you can take a minute and just play with the beads. But while you're doing it, I want you to be thinking, what do I want my water bottle to look like? Do you want it to be multicolored where you use a ton of different colors of Orbeez? Do you want to do yours where it's maybe all red? Do you want to make one that's all blue? Do you want to do one that is purple and blue and more soothing colors? Or do you want to do all bright colors? Right now, I want you to look at your Orbeez and I want you to pull out the colors, get a paper plate. You can use your hands or you can use a spoon. And I'd like for you just to sit here and pick out the colors of Orbeez that you want to use. Do you want to use all the pink? I'm going to do, let's see, you could do maybe 2 or 3 colors. But the biggest thing I want you to know is there is no right or wrong way to do a water bottle. This is your water bottle. This is for you to use to help calm yourself down. So you can do it however you want. So right now, you can take the time to sort through your beads, your Orbeez, and I want you to pick what colors you want to put in. And again, you can pause if you need to. We're going to go ahead and get started on, I'm going to put the Orbeez that I chose to put in my water bottle, and you're just going to use your spoon or your hands and put as many Orbeez as you want. It doesn't matter how many Orbeez you put. This is your water bottle. However, I will tell you that if you put a lot of Orbeez, like I love to put a lot of Orbeez in mine, so mine's going to be really full, but I'll tell you that it doesn't make, it kind of makes, like if you listen to it with a lot of Orbeez, it makes a different kind of sound than if you don't put as many Orbeez in your water bottle. If you don't put as many Orbeez in there, it kind of makes this rumbling sound and it kind of looks like a waterfall. You can kind of see how the Orbeez go up and down. If you fill it a ton, you see it makes a different kind of noise. Again, there is no right or wrong way to make your water bottle. I want you to know that everybody gets anxious, everybody does, and they all find a way that can help them make sure that they're refocusing and they're self-regulating. Just like every water bottle, everybody's different. This is yours to decide. So after we put in our Orbeez, again, you can, before we seal the bottle, you can take out some later if you decide you put too many, or you can add more Orbeez in if you decided that you want to put some more Orbeez in. So now we have our Orbeez. We have our water in, we have our Orbeez, which are called water beads as well. Now we're going to talk about finding our focus objects. So everybody should have gotten a little bag of some focus objects. And what you're going to do with those is you're going to pour them out right here, and you're going to put them on a plate. And I want you to pick the objects that you want to put inside of your water bottle. The reason why we call these focus objects is these are the objects that we're going to focus on whenever we're looking at our water bottle and we're maybe playing the game like I Spy. So for example, there's some in here, there's confetti pieces that are gold. I have some that are pink or blue. There's stars, there's hearts, there's smiley faces, there's soccer balls. I want everybody to spend some time picking out what you want to put in your water bottle. Now, this is the tip. Don't put more than 5 to 7 focus pieces. Why? Because you can't focus on that many things at one time. So make sure you pick 5 to 7 pieces, and you are going to even write those down. The reason why I recommend writing it down is then you can remember what you put in your water bottle. So when you're going and you're playing I Spy with it, or you're just sitting there relaxing, you can maybe have a cheat sheet of what objects that you're gonna look for when you do your water bottle. So everybody take the time and pick out between 5 and 7 focus pieces to put in your water bottle. Okay, now you have your focus pieces. Now what I want you to do is I want you to put those focus pieces inside of your water bottle. So right now, I have my water, I've put in my Orbeez. I decided to do this one different and not put as many Orbeez in it this time. And now I have my pieces. I picked a heart and a smiley face, and you're gonna put them inside of your water bottle, just like that. Okay, now that we got that, we're gonna move on to the glitter. Everybody should have gotten a couple packages of glitter. These are individual packets, but you're more than welcome. You can get it at Walmart or the dollar store. You can buy just a container of glitter. And if you do have a glitter packet, what I do is I recommend, so you don't make a mess, is get a pair of scissors and just cut off the edge like that, kind of diagonal. And then that way you can pour your glitter directly into your bottle, just like that. It's a little helpful hit not to make a mess. I want to tell you, don't use too much glitter. And the reason why is sometimes if you use too much glitter, it will stick on the side like this. And so to do that, we recommend no more than 2 colors of glitter. If you use more than 2 colors of glitter, they mesh together and it's hard to tell what color it actually is. So only use 2 different colors of glitter, no more than that. You can not use any glitter if you choose, or you could just use 1 color glitter. It's completely up to you. So when you have your glitter, I want you to pour it inside right now. Now, don't use too much at the beginning. You could always add a little bit more at the end, but at the beginning, I will tell you, if you accidentally poured too much in, just get your water bottle, and if it's stuck to the side, I just get like a paper towel or my finger, and I can wipe it off the edge of the water bottle, because sometimes it'll stick to the side if you put too much glitter in at the beginning. I will tell you that one thing that helps keeping that glitter on the side of the water bottle is at the very end, you can add just a little bit, under a teaspoon of oil, some cooking oil, and that'll help sometimes make the glitter show up a little bit better and not stick to the sides. And if you use too much oil, it makes the water cloudy and it messes up with the Orbeez. So it's kind of that fine line. We found that a little bit under a teaspoon of oil helps do that, but you do not in any way have to have the oil. It still works just fine. One thing I will tell you, that if you find that your glitter is sticking to the side, one of the things to do is just to sit there and shake it. And I kind of hit on the side of the water bottle, and then that way, it won't stick to the side. That's one thing that I found. I also found that if you do find that your glitter is sticking to the side, you could also add a few more Orbeez to it. And then that way it's not gonna stick. The Orbeez kind of help absorb the glitter on the side of the water bottle. Okay, so now, again, no right way or wrong way to do a water bottle. So you should have put your glitter, you had your focus pieces, and you should have a great looking water bottle by this time. So this one, I have like a star, I have a heart. So right now, so you wanna make sure before we put the lid on our water bottle that it's exactly how you want it. Everybody look and try to focus and play the I Spy. Try to find out what you can see in your water bottle. Okay, so right now I'm looking and I can find my star. I'm gonna look and now I can find the heart. So kind of go through and just see if you can find all those different objects in your water bottle. Okay, we'll take a minute to kind of look at that. Now, this is the time where you wanna think, do I wanna add more Orbeez? Do I wanna pour some of the Orbeez back out so I don't have as much? Again, it makes a different kind of sound. So you can kind of play around with it. If you want more water, or less water. If you want to take off less water, just put your hand down and dump a little bit of that water out. It makes a completely different noise and a completely different feel depending on how much water and how many Orbeez that you put in there. Okay, so today, we hope you've enjoyed doing this water bottle activity for us. We want to make sure that you put this water bottle somewhere where you know that you can use it when you start getting overwhelmed or feeling anxious, because we all know that's not a great feeling to be in. And thing is when you're done and you have your water bottle exactly how you want it, you might want to put some masking tape or colored tape around the edge, especially if you're using one that is just a regular water bottle. We want to make sure, and you can even put some hot glue around the edges. That helps a lot too. And then you can also make sure that it's secure with the tape. So that way you know that nobody will accidentally open up your water bottle. I want to tell you before we go today, just a couple other things that can help you with refocusing and grounding yourself. Remember, we talked about grounding, bringing us back down to that level. One of the things that I like to do is squeeze the orange. When I get frustrated, I sometimes tell my kids, squeeze the orange, right? So that way you squeeze it and you just are thinking about, you want to maybe do something to hurt someone or hurt yourself, and you don't want to ever do that. So you would sit there and just squeeze the orange and get all your frustrations out. You can also get your fingers, because you might not always have your calming water bottle with you. So you might want to just get always have your fingers and your thumbs with you. So make sure and just sit there and hold your thumbs down. Take a couple deep breaths. And that's going to help refocus and help you ground yourself and really you'll learn how to self-regulate yourself. Another thing I like to do is just sit there. A lot of times I'll get a piece of paper and I will just crumble it up and I'll just roll it in my hands. Okay. Again, this is something you might not be able to do in a classroom because it might disturb others, right? That's why this is something you can do maybe if you're in your room or if you're away from others. But again, this is something that doesn't distract others. So you could just sit there, take your deep breaths, press your thumbs down. You can squeeze your orange like this. Again, that's not going to hurt yourself and it's not going to hurt others. And that's the best way to make sure that we're self-regulating and keeping ourselves focused and not feeling anxious. We hope you guys enjoyed this today, and we look forward to having you participate in even more videos. Have a great day.